my intentions with them is going into the areas. One thing I understand is that we have a lot of great CERT teams already in place. And I'd like to get those guys together, those folks together, and really talk to them about what's working for them, what may not be working, and what we can do to spark interest. I'd like to see more CERT teams around the state. I'm very interested in developing that, as well as developing youth programs. Now, being a former teacher, I really see the value in young people. We're talking about high school kids, we're talking about the college age kids working in their communities. And they're very excited usually about this type of work. So I'm really interested in helping them to develop CERT teams in their high schools and on some of the college campuses. Because this is all about local response. If you have a disaster, the people that are going to be there first are the people that say they are in the disaster. So they're the first ones on the scene, and if you can take your local people who have that interest, they're instinctively going to help with their family, with their friends anyway. And if you can provide a little training, it gives them organization, it gives them some basic training in helping to control the situation, and it also provides safety training for them, for themselves. So I'd really like to see this expanded around the state. Working with the local coordinators, they're vital to the program. They know their communities. Now, I've lived here in Arkansas all my life, but I don't know everything about everybody's unique qualities in their communities. Those folks do. So I'm really looking forward to reaching out to the local coordinators and working with them and looking at their interests and what their needs are in working in the communities. The local CERT teams that are in place, I just want to stay out of their way. They're doing great work, and I just want to find out what their needs are, and if there's an opportunity for me to help assist with developing training for them, providing training opportunities, getting the word out on what they do, and if we have any budgetary assistance that we can provide in providing equipment and things, I'm interested in doing that. So I'm just really interested in reaching out to those folks and finding out what their needs are, what I can do for them. Yeah, I've been involved in emergency management for a long time. I started out as a public school teacher, working fire department EMS on the weekends. I worked on the ambulance service there, and also served about 6 years as a deputy coroner.
Okay.
So I've been an EMT for about 32 years. In 1990, I came to the health department and worked in the EMS office, where we certified EMTs and provided some oversight to the EMS services. After 9/11, I moved over to a new branch of the health department, public health preparedness. And I worked in that area helping to develop exercises and drills for the health units to be prepared for an emergency response in the public health arena. You know, mass outbreaks and things like that. So I spent several years there, and then came over to ADEM to help close out the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program, the CSEP program. I did medical training there. And I did a lot of work with the EMS services, with the hospitals, training them to respond to a chemical event.
Okay.
And my most recent work was with Children's Hospital, working with the hospitals and local EMS in developing injury prevention programs for that. To say all that, meaning that I've spent a lot of time working in local response, and I think that hopefully gives me a really realistic perspective to working with the guys I'm going to be working with out in the field.